A Life Made of Words, the Poetry and Thought of John Bradburne. There he is with his headband on and his Franciscan habit down below, and an airmail letter, because he would write on airmail letters all the time. You just fill a letter. Here's another extraordinary thing. You know what an airmail letter is like? It's that big. Starts there, finishes there. So he starts to write a poem at the top of the airmail letter and finishes it at the bottom of the airmail letter.
Intentionally
on the actual letter itself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you forget that and type it up as an entry in a database, you think, what a lovely poem. And you say, why? And yet it was constrained by the size of the paper. And in fact, the vast majority of his poems were written to fill a page of paper. Was so rare out there, so difficult to get hold of. This is one of his problems. How can I write poetry when there's no paper around? And he would write on anything. He would write on envelopes, on bits of magazines. He would write inside a book on the front cover. You know, he'd write anywhere. And the thing is, you'll see it in some of the pictures that are some of the scans. You got an A4 sheet. He starts to write a poem. It's, say, a sonnet. So it goes down to halfway down the A4 sheet. And he thinks, oh, I've got half a page left here now. So he writes another poem. And that fills up 3/4 of the A4 sheet. And that leaves just that much left. So I could do a 4-line poem in there. So he writes a 4-line poem.
2 poems on the same paper?
All on the same page. You'll see that.
I've seen a lot in my life, like in my poetry. I've seen a lot of experimental poetry. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of someone taking a small piece of paper and writing 2 poems on the same paper.
Or 4 in 3 or 4.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither. Me neither.